What's up, fellow gamers? Welcome back to Let's Play Seven Nights Flashpoint. We are about power level 6 here. We've got a loot 3 files mission here to run, which should be pretty fun. And that means in an episode or two, we will start the newly added retirement storyline. So we are on Broken Highway 5.91. We get 0.048 power level per mission, if I recall correctly. I think that's accurate. Yeah. So rounding dictates that that should definitely be enough to get power level 6 off of this plus one of my waiting missions. So we've got, again, a loot box hunt here. We cashed in our very last Wire Ghost favor to get this gold key door. Of course, a lot of boxes on the map, so that'll be plenty of loot. The mission itself is going to pay around 300k before taxes, aka my merch take a cut. But the loot should be adding a decent amount as well. We've also got 2 hosts, so should be a lot of files and accounts to sell afterwards. And the reason I'm doing all this math is because I have around like 1.2 million right now, and I can either buy the second highest level Cyberdeck right now, or I can buy the highest level Cyberdeck if I get another 800k. Now, I think if money were actually tight and I was making like good decisions, I would just buy the level 5 Cyberdeck because you don't really need that much more. Ultimately, 10 AP and like 60 IO is not enough to be worth the 800 million, or sorry, the 800,000 price difference. But since there aren't power level 7, 8, 9, 10 Cyberdecks in the game, this is the final upgrade until I add new content. So I'm like, well, whatever, I'll pay double for a minor increase. The reason why is ultimately my Cyberdeck doesn't have enough memory to handle hosting decoy and running all the max level normal programs. And so I need at least the level... Basically, there's a level 4 deck, which has 500. There's a level 4 plus, which costs more, but has 750 memory. And that allows me to basically store as many programs as I need. That's like the final memory breakpoint, essentially. You don't really need like 1000 or 1200 or whatever. But in terms of like AP and IO and bonus stat efficiency, it's better to go up for the level 5 deck if you can. But really the like rare level 4 is where you hit that breakpoint, where you can like store all your programs. Other thing to say is that did hit some more limit breaks off camera. My primary Wire Ghost finally has level 3 programs, so the basic throughput is all ready. Anyway, we got a mission to run. Let's go run the mission. Yeah, we've got guys to fight. Sounds good. So, Tactical Surge. And I think, considering we're only getting 2 tally per turn, it's going to be a while until we get... you know, anything dangerous in the near future. I do, by the way, have leverage for turning off devices, so I can turn off a bunch of like landmines and cameras and whatnot. I think for dealing with this guy and getting this box, I will deal with these cameras manually, and then get around here and kill these guys kind of normally as well. And then it's going to be around this area where I'm going to actually go for using the leverage and turning things off. Mines do not blow up until you move while on top of them, so not going to be an immediate rush there. Anyway, Tactical Surge has been popped. Where are you guys headed? You are... you might see me from there, so I'm a little bit worried about you. You're at 13. You are not a concern at all. Hopefully we can ignore this guy, but obviously this guy's protecting a box that we really can't get by. We can't vault over this at all. We have to go through the cameras, so someone's got to knock down one camera, run through, kill this guy, hope his corpse falls away from camera view, things like that. Should be acceptable, though. So going to spam some early delays. I'm going to go ahead and say... let's throw down a J-Tac. I think I'll get some use out of it. That's my expectation. Maybe I'm wrong, but I guess we'll see. Here's coordinated charge. And again, I'm going to try to not be loud if I can help it, although he's probably going to walk this way and spot some stuff, so I'll have to deal with that at some point. But for now, let's minimize downtime. Let's minimize downside. What I'm thinking here is... actually, you know what? I really would prefer the Cyberdeck got the kill. Yeah, so I'm going to delay. You actually can't do any further yields, so unfortunately I've put myself in a weird spot here. Yes, I could full auto. That would probably not be ideal. I am surprised that reaches, to be honest. But, you know, is what it is. Anyway, The reason I wanted Cyberdeck to fight was to kill this guy and trigger Steamroll so that everyone else has a bunch of move speed, but that's looking a little bit less likely. Now, you're doing nothing, but you actually matter, so I think we'll try to kill you. Actually, you know what? The Cyberknight should kill that one, because then Downer pops and gives me more damage elsewhere. Also, the CK is my best runner, so it should go to that loot box. Ultimately, I'm in between a lot of stuff. I don't really have that many good choices to make. Let's just go ahead and do stuff. This guy will take a little while to kill. It's fine. 38% stealth crit. Didn't get it. It's fine. We'll just throw action points at it until you die. And I want to save my accuracy, so I'm just going to shoot that way. Alright. Obviously a bit slow going to kill that guy. Not a big surprise here. I'm going to have you indeed run up here and get Steamroll to pop, so that my team gets some damage and a move point. Down you go. Great, there's Steamroll. Let's go ahead and scramble this camera so that I can run and grab this box. That looks fine. Again, his corpse fell away from the camera, so not a big concern there. And no tally yet, which is good news. What's in the box? Level 4 club blueprint. We got some injected files here. 10k in the cred chip. Not bad. As far as I can tell, the 10k doesn't get hit by difficulty modifiers or by... Yeah, you're going that way, which I assumed. Not very fast, though. Not a big deal. I am ever so slightly concerned with what you can do to us. And how far I even want to move my hacker. Like, yeah, I could theoretically run past everyone and get hit by a landmine and you know, shot. Clearly not correct here. I guess I'll start with a short yield so that I can have my soldier kind of do the opening bit here. Yeah, so of course you're important to kill. You're not going to see anything. You're not going to see anything for a while. So I figure we start with Iron Grip. And the AR would get heard by you and also maybe more people. Oh, also worth noting that we finished the craft on the Dragon Roar, so we have a gun just about as powerful as the one that the Cyberknight is wielding. We'll inspect all that stuff once we're out of the mission, but solid crit chance, solid damage to kill this guy. We are shooting the pistol, right, the sure shot. No crit, sad, but still really good damage, thanks to all the true damage buffs he's got, or pure damage upgrade buffs. There's Savagery and Recoup popped. Should wait for these guards to use up their turns before I do anything more. Okay, one guard move. So for the last guard to move. We know you're just turning, but in case we screwed up and get the kill for some reason, you know, it gets to look a little nicer. Alright. So, probably want to knock you down. Actually, you know what? I think we can get a lot of progress. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run all the way up there. Okay, we get a lot more info about guards, by the way, and there are indeed a lot of guards. My hacker probably can't get through that easily. With my 5 remaining action points. Ooh, also, you're going to see the corpse, so that's also going to be a bad sign. And if I run up here, they're going to hear even more stuff. So unfortunately, it's going to be really hard for me to dodge all of the security devices. Okay, if I yield, what is your path? Your path is there. You get spotted, but probably for not long enough, I'm willing to go for turning everything off. And I'll bet you, let's skip by the animations. Yeah, if you're not going to... I think you won't see me for long enough to actually do anything about this. I think I actually make this. So I'll take the risk. If I'm wrong, it's going to be kind of sad, but he's at 17 initiative. I think you won't see me for long enough to do anything. Let's take that bet. Coordinate vision cone. Out we go. Cool. So you can't hack until next turn, but we get to start hacking on turn 2, which is pretty nice. Of course, there are a lot of guards to clean up. That's going to be a whole ordeal, to be honest. I've got to kill this guy because we've got to get this loot box, so... The question then becomes how efficient it's going to be. Let's walk you back out. You know, I wasted a bunch of my turn. Actually, it's still going to be okay. I'll have to reload in the middle. That should be fine. Is it not guaranteed? Okay, I was going to say it's not guaranteed to kill, but then I crit for 900 damage, so it was guaranteed to kill. Man, I'm really tempted. The thing is, yeah, again, they'll see the body, so there's just not... It's just not the cleanest way this could go. If I had, you know, a million range, we could try to snipe that guy, but... just not the way it's going. Again, yes, I could run out here and shoot at him, but... even if it kills, you see a corpse. That's not great. It's not like there's a railing that's going to block the vision. You would, like, clearly know. Yeah. And it turns out, of course, I didn't need to use any of my abilities because it turns out I just used the thing and knocked it down anyway. So, all right. I'm going to have my soldier kind of stand around here then and fight guys on this area. I'm going to kind of keep this space clean. I think that makes sense. My CK can try to grab this and keep going. Bring my sniper over this way to keep the fight. And my CK was going to grab this stuff and then come down. It means my best gun is actually being held on someone who's only running around, but oh well. So, 2 tally for quantum interference. Expected. Nothing too special here. Yeah. CK can go ahead and open this. I've got to be a little bit careful since I am spreading my guns out pretty thin. But the cool thing is, if he can get up to the camera hacking in time, he can basically keep them from the cameras from seeing any corpses, which would be really useful. Which means we only have to wait for like body timers, which would be pretty sweet. All right, well, let's start the hack. I've also got 2 charges of rewind, so we can definitely get quite a bit of progress. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to probably start by going down and then come up. We've got an orange Pit Viper here. It's going to be relatively difficult, but a relatively early CPU hack should be fine. Hard shell, overclock. I did buy Deception 2, by the way, so I've got slightly better stuff here as well. And as I mentioned, I can fit in Decoy and this, and I have exactly 400. So even though I could buy Scan 3, Sleaze 2, and Disarm 2, that's 120 more IO, which means I need a 520 IO deck. Unless I didn't want to use Decoy, but I find Decoy to be really, really worthwhile. So I don't really make other choices there. And the nice thing is, because I have 200 IO to spare on top, I can cycle through another use of Scan and another use of Deception, no problem. And so I have really good progress per turn now. Also going to load Spoof here. I will tank Connection Health for now. We'll see if that's wrong, but I'd rather drop the tally. No program loading, not a big deal. I will tank the AP this turn. I'd rather not tank the tally. Program loading is probably going to be needed. I'm going to knock this down because I just think it's correct to knock it down. We'll grab this. So I've got all the normal trappings for ice. There's a chance this is not a very strong SPU. So damage any action, exit the node, load a program, right? These traps are useless and the passive is useless, which means this is a node that I'm really glad I took this down because I can just do this and I'm completely chilling. I should still knock these all down. We're getting an escalation. The escalation might be screw you if you use stuff. So I'm going to do this. Okay, that's fine. 10 Cyberdeck damage, which gets blocked by the shield. Yeah, we're chilling, right? Not a big deal at all. Okay, so we've got a CPU down here, right? No need to scan. Not going to load a program. I'm going to go ahead and scapegoat this. Well, so I have 2 options, right? Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go ahead and use Zero Interrupt for this. And the reason why is we already know that there's high-quality ice here, right? There's high-quality ice with 100 health and that have, like, pretty meaningful actions here. From what I have gathered, this tooltip is inaccurate in terms of how much damage Null Op actually deals. It can deal low enough damage to not one-shot ice. Keep in mind, like, you would expect this to be multiplied by 1.25 by overclock. That does not appear to be true. I am not getting, like, a minimum 130 damage and maximum, like, 150. I'm not getting that. I'm getting, like, 103 to 135. The napkin math is roughly that overclock is additive with Null Op, and that the minimum damage here of 105 is lying, and that it is actually, you know, would be 90. And again, with it all stacking additively means that your min roll is like 101 or something. Around there, basically. All this to say that it is entirely possible for Null Opping high quality ice to not one-shot them. And if that happens, of course, you take all your ice reactions of anything that wasn't killed, which is a decent portion of them, actually. And so what I've decided to start doing a bit more, especially because I have so many charges of rewind now, is I walk over here, I Zero Interrupt them, so no matter what happens, they get stuffed. And then I Null Op once, and it turns out I did destroy all 4. But that does not always happen here. And so... Anyway, even though I beelined here, these ice made no noise from dying because they were all interrupted and thus didn't add any tally. And of course, this ended up blocking, what, 40 tally, so a full escalation here. At the end of the day, yeah, we got through 2 escalations just walking. Pit Viper is a red tier AI, so pretty scary. Anyway, gonna spike the CPU, get back down to 0. This, of course, wasn't needed, right? This isn't like mandatory by any means, but makes things kind of nicer. Need to go ahead and load passive destruction for what's here, and then see what the traps are. Exit, download, download. Okay, not a huge deal. I have no more IO left in the turn, so I've got no choice but to take one download here and then look for the rest of it later. Nice couple of counts, though, is pretty good. And then, again, I've got to make sure I load something to get rid of Black Hole relatively soon. You can see here that, like, hey, this orange host has relatively tame ice here, and the other stuff we had, you know, fought all got one-shot by Null Op. We look at the damage numbers, by the way, right? Null Op was dealing, right, 103 minimum, 112 to 114. The tooltip is 105. And this says 25% more damage. So something is clearly being a little funky here. I have seen numbers in the, you know, over 120 area, so, like, this does seem to work together to some degree, but, yeah, something's off. I don't know what it is exactly, but, again, there's no world where these are the numbers if these things actually stack the way they're supposed to. We already sent a bug report, but, yeah, something kind of weird. Anyway, downloads to grab. I'm gonna have to knock that down. When we hit sec level 3, we'll escalate. I'm out of AP, so I can't scapegoat here. Actually, I'm probably gonna use... you know, Null Op here to knock the APU down to keep alarm level low. I think it's, you know, reasonably valuable. I will do that as I run all the way up, right? Finish these downloads, come up here, spike the APU, take downloads, and then probably knock this out as well because I think it's worth it. Fairly productive hack, all things considered. I don't expect this guy to be scary. I guess if he turns to me, I get shot, and then I lose my first merc of the campaign because I have no healing items. Or I could choose to be... Actually, you know what? I actually want to be a little bit safe here. You know what I kind of want to do, actually, is kind of go full auto, and it's so much noise, though. I'm gonna, like, yes, these guys will get one shot, and these guys won't see the corpse, and I'm only going to generate 2 tally, because, right, they're all going to hear gunfire, but they're going to report the same gunfire, so they're only going to generate 2 tally. Wow, I'm really tempted because of that. The problem is, I'm not even worried about you. You're not going to walk towards me. You're the only one who's scary, and I can't know in time what you're going to do. I think it's worth generating 2 tally to knock these guys out here. I think it's actually worth it. Yeah, goodbye. Obviously, recoup pops. Oh, darn, you did see the corpse. That sucks. Yep, okay. Darn, they saw the corpses. I didn't think they were going to, but yeah, he can see up enough to see this guy. Okay, that's a mistake. I think this corpse will not get seen if we kill him. I don't think... yeah, these guys aren't in range, so they're seeing 1 corpse, which is, I believe, 3 tally, if I recall correctly. Oh, you also heard the gunfire, which is fine. I expected the gunfire to be heard. Yeah, I kind of want to shoot you with pistols. Because you've heard gunfire, I believe I can still get stealth crits on you. Hearing gunfire... Actually, he's hidden because no one's ever seen him. Because his shots have always 1 hit. So if he stealth crits, this guy dies. Coin flip. Didn't get it. Okay, now I kind of spotted, but this will still be a kill. Alright, that's... Wait. Really? Why can't I hover this corpse, by the way? There we go. Yeah, I believe these guys both shouldn't have been counted as spotted? Huh. I am surprised there's extra tally here. I'm not sure where it's coming from. Because it should only be 1 corpse and 1 set of gunfire. But maybe I'm misunderstanding something or misjudging something, or I'm unsure. But whatever, it's not a big deal. I don't really care. Okay, I'm going to yield, though, because he's no longer in direct danger. That was the thing I was scared about. He's patrolling back that way. We can bypass him. That's going to be fine. You're running the wrong way. I don't care about you. Ideally, the CK is grabbing these boxes because she's a faster runner. We can check that real quick, right? Sniper's run speed is 38. The CK's run speed is 50. It's not that much better, but it is better. And so now the question I have for myself is... how aggressively... Wow, and they're still not quite in range of everything else. That's kind of funny. I should wait. This guy's already done for his turn, so there's no rush. You're running that way. Okay, so you're getting farther away. You're going to be easier to get, I think. Do a short yield, and then... Can I get 2 in a full auto? That answer is no. I also can't pistol effectively. I'm out of bullets here, so... darn, I have no way of fronting the escalation. Darn. It's not going to be a huge deal. Like, I'm not really that worried about what they're getting out of the escalation, but it's not what I wanted. In that case, we might as well go louder. I think we might as well go louder because there's nothing else to be worried about. Let's see. What is your... Okay, you're over there with the high initiative. Yeah, that doesn't matter to me. These cameras will turn on. Things will get angsty. But whatever. We're escalating anyway, so I don't really care. And then I'm going to choose to believe that we're going to be fine on initiative. And so I'm just not going to worry about all this. Didn't crit. And again, I have 1 AP, so... Or sorry, didn't kill. I crit, and it was enough to trigger baseline savagery. I just barely have... Or sorry, level 1 recoup here. Next kill, trigger savagery. We get to look a lot better about it. If I had burned Strike Zone here, I would have gotten the savagery buff. Again, none of this really matters here. Let's see. Min roll is 12. That's actually pretty bad. I'm going to hide you a little bit farther away then. It's not going to really change much, but... Oh, nice. You rolled a 19. That's huge. Okay, so you're going first, and you're not a threat. Let's see. Savagery is going to end for him pretty soon, right? Yeah, Savagery ends on this turn. He's not in range of anyone else. Yeah, that's not going to be pistol range, so I'm just going to have him run for boxes. It's a little silly. I'm, like, really spreading myself out here, especially if reinforcements are in a bad spot, but I don't really care. We're fine for now. Escalation. Let's see what we get. They all get sent because there's, of course, dangerous intruders. Escalating protocols. Protocol response is body timers. Okay, we're going to get a guaranteed escalation next turn then. All the guards are being sent, which makes total sense. Now, the nice thing is Rhino can be a one-woman army here because she's going to trigger savagery. CK's not going to get... Oh, she gets seen at the very end here, but it's fine. 2 people hear gunfire. Wow, that is a very loud gun. You're going to hear it. Yeah, sure. I could just stun you and deal with you a little bit later. I actually might just do that because I can. It's just really easy to. It's definitely a little bit greedy to just not deal with the guys that are fighting me, but... Ooh, okay, so this was injected, but we get some really nice stuff here. Level 6 armor blueprint. That'll sell for like 100k. All good stuff here. I think that's a sniper rifle, if I recall correctly. No, we're opening loot boxes. We get 15k in cred chips. Another lot of crafting mats. Another patient dossiers. Getting epic files is nice because it means they're worth 3 times as much as the common version. Doesn't change anything else about them, but still nice. Okay, so you're gonna have to go ballistic here. Might as well shoot the pistol because that preserves ammo in the stronger guns. There we go. That's savagery activated. And if I run to... Yeah, darn. Okay, so... I don't have great ways of getting multiple of these guys into combat. I guess if I crit, it will... I don't have a recoup extra charge either. Yeah, the range just isn't quite good enough. It's really unfortunate this gun, like, only has 31 meters range, which means... you know, these guys can actually close the gap on me pretty reliably and feel good about it. I still want to be inside JTAC, but I'm not going to have that very easily. If I stand here, I'm outside of JTAC, but at least they're not going to see me because I'm behind cover. That's probably going to be required. I think I have to do this. I don't want to, but I think I have to. I wish I had thought of it. I would have aimed it here behind cover. That would have been smarter. I didn't do that. But you should be safe to yield here because they aren't able to grab her because they haven't seen her. They haven't made contact. They're going to run up. Okay, you're going to stand still. You're moving. You're going over there, though. Or you're on patrol. You're finally going the right way. Oh, I do get seen. Okay, ooh, I'm in Overwatch. That's a problem. That's what Strike Zone's going to be for, though. I'm just going to yield. You're going to run up as well? Yep, okay. I can break that, though. I have Strike Zone. It's not a problem. You're moving up. You're moving up. You're moving up. That's fine. You can keep hacking. Okay, so... We'll take our downloads. I need to drop this because I don't want to trigger on exit the node get bent. I've got all the normal stuff loaded, so we're fine to go up. Here we go. Tally and AP. I'm still willing to tank AP over Tally. That might be incorrect, but oh well. I'm going to have to reload this to have 3 passive destruction. This is going to be can't load program, 7 AP, and can't connect. Those are like the only passives that basically exist on nodes like that. And I don't want to reload Sleaze while under 7 AP. That sounds horrible. Great. I did not remind myself, which is a bit of an issue, but I think it should be okay. Scan nearby stuff. That 10 damage doesn't matter. We've still got some deck shield. It's okay. I am going to go here. Do I want to go here? I don't need to. I think I'm safe to null up this thing, and it's going to be okay. Oh, I don't need to null up at all. Honestly, I'm just not going to bother. This is not important enough to me. Okay, I'm just going to go here instead. Use a program relocate. Lose some deck health. Download access. We're going to get an escalation soon. It's going to be sad. I lose decoy, not the end of the world. I actually, interestingly enough, can fit nuke because I haven't gone through anything else yet. So there's a world where I go decoy plus nuke and I just drop everything here. I'm kind of liking that, actually. Load nuke. I can scapegoat so I don't get escalations off the kills. Go here. Nuke is not going to one-shot. Which means I should null up to see if it one-shots. It doesn't. Let's just nuke here. Okay, everything's going to turn on next turn. If I hadn't gone for the nuke play and just used null up, it would have been fine, but I chose to try to be cute. Attack would have also been better than nuke, by the way, because there's only 1 ice left. It's whatever. It's fine. The important thing is scapegoat. It blocked everything. It's fine. Yeah, right. We blocked the 10, the 5, the 10, the 5. It's not a ton, right? It's 30 total tally blocked by all the scapegoat tokens. So, hey, worth noting, like, a lot of ice is just not that much tally. So, you know, spoof is, you know, I would say, like, better than scapegoat in a lot of cases, right? Anyway, what else to say? Yeah, we're going to hack this all next turn. Unfortunately, didn't have quite enough AP, so we are going to get hit with the cameras turning on and seeing corpses and stuff. It is what it is, but, I mean, I could also choose to not care about the cameras, but since I'm going to be standing on a landmine, I figure let's just hack all the devices, and then run to the next host. I think it'll be okay. And then I'll remind myself on the way over, and they'll have everything up except I'll only have, like, 2 charges of null up, I guess. It's fine. Alright, so you need to use Strike Zone so that you're not in Overwatch anymore. Great. You're not in Overwatch anymore. These attacks can be decent. Let's precast Iron Grip for the 10% damage. Helps get these kills on a more guaranteed level. Yep, cool, they're dead. This guy's going to be angry. Of course, we know we want kills for the influence. We're going to need at least 1 set of reinforcements. That's fine. Oh, I forgot to... Oh, right. I also never loaded Custom Corruption, which is another 25% damage, which would have helped me one-shot with everything else going on, but I didn't do that. Anyway, whatever. So because our sniper is safe, and we'll have Savagery for next turn, she can do all the killing. And so I'll have the soldier grab loot. That might... Nope, doesn't reach. That's okay. Well, let's get our objectives going. Nice, yep. Ooh, and our first level 6 melee weapon blueprint. Cool. I don't really feel like playing melee, but, you know, if we did, it'd be pretty good. Let's see. I'm going to have Soldier go this way, and then I will have Sniper grab this one, probably. That's going to be reasonable, I think. Oh, the camera's going to see him. Oh, well. I don't really care. Reinforcements, they're far away. We can deal with them later. They'll eventually walk towards us. Not super urgent. We get a Divergent, we get a Sniper, and we get... okay, 2 Divergents got spawned. Okay, cool. Reasonably difficult enemies to deal with. You're stunned as known. I'm still chilling, standing behind this barricade. I think we're okay. Even if you run up, I have ways of dealing with it. I don't have marker sights, but I can have someone else break him out, I'm pretty sure. You run into Strike Zone, and of course, you're running the wrong way anyway, so we're chilling. You're running up. You definitely wouldn't be able to see me. So next turn is coordinated charge, which means going to try to group everyone around here to get the buff. As best we can, anyway. Yep, off you go, buddy. We're just strong enough to deal with basic guards. It's worth noting, actually, that the numbers under the hood actually put Corpo guards as the worst scaling enemies in the game. I mean, they have better guns, right? They're more damaging than Street Warriors, but the basic, like, Street Faction baseline guard is actually tankier. Again, has worse damage. I need to kill you, like, actually. I also really want to get Tactical Surge on more of my team if I can help it. It's going to be really hard to hit my It'll be hard to hit my hacker, but... You know, I also really... I want to get out here and Tactical Surge from there. At least that way I hit my sniper. I think that'll be enough. We're going to escalate anyway, so I don't care how it goes. We get to pop Steamroll, which pops only on one person because of ranges. It's fine. They heard gunfire, that doesn't really matter to me. Nothing really changes here. Another Eviscerator, cool. Another injected file. Item we can sell. I think she's fine where she is. I don't think she's going to get run into. Our boy here is going to hack everything. I'm just not even going to read, just hack everything. Oh! What's my protection off that? I lost 21 here. Okay, we're fine. 3 per tally. Okay, 3 per action's fine. A bit of a misclick there. It's fine. We get rid of all the landmines. Great. Okay. So because I don't care about the APU, I just don't know why I would care about that. Let's just disconnect here. We got all the loot from there. I mean, there's really only 2 squares of loot, right? We did all this to get, you know, 2 sets of downloads, but we got some files, we got some accounts. And then we can have our boy... The funny thing is, these paths are almost identical, right? Like, depending on where I put the cursor, the pathfinding algorithm thinks they're basically identical. So, yeah, I'm just going to have you run that side. That way you're not getting seen by people. Well, these guys are going to run up towards me. They're going to see the corpse. Or maybe not quite. Sure. Yeah, these 2 are still pretty far away. Pretty high armor sniper, pretty high armor divergent, but yeah. Let's knock these guys out. That's going to be a lot of damage. AP will be a bit of a consideration. Solid crit. We've got to reload or shoot the pistol several times. The fact that I have Savagery on means I kind of want to go pistol here. The reason is I get 3 full shots. Wow, I'm actually fortunate. That was a coin flip to hit, and now it's pretty much guaranteed. Basically, I was under Savagery, and so pistol is still going to be decent damage here. And I wanted to make sure I got the kill, because otherwise if I reload the AR, I only have 2 action points. And that is relatively likely that nothing goes well there. So I was optimizing a bit of my damage, because I wasn't guaranteed the kill. I didn't want to have to be, you know, lucky to not, like, roll higher on initiative and things like that. So corpse is spotted, but again, we're already going to escalate no matter what. Okay, that's a really close by reinforcement spawn. That is not ideal, but I can probably get my CK out. Divergent suppressant, sure. Oh, and an E-medic. Oh, okay, yeah. E-medics are very, very tanky from recollection. I think they have like 800 health or something. It's really, really silly. So they see some corpses. Here's the E-medic with a 45% bonus health. That is a lot. They are very, very tanky. Suppressants aren't bad. They have very good armor. And then Divergence, of course, we know have really good evasion. And, of course, you're blocking a lot of the line of sight here. So I'm actually a little trapped. Okay, I've got to actually play this turn out correctly because we're very spread out. These guys are in a really awkward spot. I don't have my stun available. And we're on permadeath. If my CK gets hit hard enough, I just lose the game. It's just actual game over. She's also far from evac point. So yeah, if it goes badly, I literally just lose the game. So I've got to be a little bit cautious here. And the nice thing is that's actually really good cover. That'll block most lines of sight there, and because of this wall here, I'm pretty safe, so I'm not too worried right now. So we're still going to grab the loot, okay? Ooh, this is a... I forget what the Guardian class is. I want to say it's actually an AR. I don't remember off the top of my head, but I think that's what it is. You rolled a 19, which is actually pretty high. It's kind of scary. I can jump over, which is nice, actually. Right, like, I can... I mean, obviously, if I run like this, these guys straight up see me, and I get put into combat. If I run like this, you see me, I get put into combat. I don't have any way of turning their heads, right? I don't have thrown bullet, or lure, or shadow, or anything, and so... I mean, I could run past you and just be like, hey, you can see me. Yep, you totally can. And then, you know, hope that we can kill them all back. The fact that you're at 25 makes that more dangerous because you can just run straight forward and, like, totally catch me. You're too far away for me to care. In most cases, anyway. But these guys have, you know, real pathing to be concerned about. I don't really want to run up here and just be like, yep, you know where I am. Please, you know, rat on me to everybody else. So some real danger here. I don't want to be out here because, like, if they walk forward or turn left or anything, I mean, they shouldn't be jumping over walls. And I feel like pistoling you is kind of incorrect. I don't think the damage is going to be very good. Right, like, I'm not going to end my turn here, but, like, let's see what this looks like as an example. And I'm, like, pretty sure it's not going to look good. Now, it's worth noting that I do have Downer back on, so if I crit, and that crit chance isn't bad, there's a chance of looking pretty good. Lowering evasion, lowering initiative, and then getting to go first on the next turn. That's a lot of risk to take that I don't think I need to take. So I think what I'm going to do is just kind of stand behind this box and just kind of hang out. I should be safe from almost all angles. I'm going to go ahead and throw down initiative reductions over here. And with camera seeing bodies, we're just kind of guaranteed that we're escalating no matter what next turn. So you're going to chill there, understanding that you're in a little bit of danger. I'll yield, and actually yielding to 10 doesn't matter. It was actually a bit of a waste. All right. So the team needs to be grouped up around here and probably fight these guys off. I still need 2 more kills. That's fine, right? It's going to be this group. Probably not these guys. But the team's going to need to group up around here, get the hacker to safety, get the CK to safety, grab these last boxes, and get out over here. So the planning is going to eventually be, let's stand our ground around this area. The unfortunate thing is going to be that reinforcements will also put more troops on the ground. This is a shotgun. Let's reload the AR before I forget. I'm going to spend 1 AP going over there. Stabilizer part 2. This is the highest level sniper rifle in the game, so I am hitting max level item blueprints at this point. It seems to be pretty clearly based on my power level, right, and not so much the power level of the enemies. That was expected, but it seems to pretty clearly be true based on things I'm getting. If I go to here, I can catch my sniper in the buff, which is good. I'm clearly not going to catch the CK, that's okay. But we buff the squad with coordinated charge, and then I can run even farther forward. I guess I should yield first. Make sure we know where some of these guys are going. Same for you, right? There's no reason to rush this. You're useless, as expected. I can't do anything here, really. And I'm not in rewind range, so all I can do is end my turn and hope it goes okay. At least she has some cover in case I do get shot. You're heading towards the middle. Thankfully, you walked in a strike zone. That is very helpful. What a homie. If anyone's ever been to the subreddit Hydro Homies, which is just a sort of facetious subreddit about drinking water, I always thought there was a missed opportunity to not call it H2O Mies. I just thought it was a cuter name. But, you know, whatever. Doesn't actually matter. I just thought it was funny. Alright. Is he going to stand his ground with the team? Or is he not? Because, like, depending on where this guy goes, this could be really dangerous. So there is a real consideration for, hey, what if you just group up and, like, be a little slow about this and make sure you don't get shot and knock these guys down with the team? It seems pretty valuable, to be honest. Also, if I hadn't put myself under coordinated charge would have also been in a spot where we don't have to worry about running out of, like, wasting some of the AP this turn. But I didn't do that, so oh well. But he had spare AP, so turn off the camera, why not? You're heading that way. That actually further blocks my Cyber Knight. Also, the escalation was turning devices back on, so a bit of a waste there. Oh well. CK is still pretty trapped. That's dangerous. You're running the wrong way, which is actually very helpful for me. We should still wait for these guys to waste their turns. I think my sniper's going to be okay. Obviously, I could be wrong about that one, but that's how it's how I'm going to view this. Where are you headed? Okay, you're on a normal patrol, actually. You're heading that way. That's fine. Okay, cool. They're all just grouped up in the middle, which is good for me. I am missing some of the potential buffs that we could be using here. I don't want to fight from up here. That seems really dangerous. Kind of just want to join the team over this way. Actually, my CK can turn off this prox mine and then run out this way. Yeah, the camera sees her, but whatever. Another option would be to, like, hug this barricade. That seems a little bit incorrect. I'm kind of feeling like I want to hole up, like, really well. I also want to be in range of everything, right? Like, I have to be this far up to shoot that divergent. Also, pretty close to the vision cone there. Glad I did not choose that area and I chose this one instead. I did not think about this being the patrol route, but yep, I'm a bit lucky. She can actually jump this wall, so we don't have to turn anything off. We can just go through this way. Okay, well, who still has turns to go? You two do? Okay, I'm just going to yield for the start then. Please don't reveal my guy. Ooh, this is... Don't turn right, don't turn right, don't turn right. Okay, good. If she turned right, I get revealed, and then they have a, you know, a beat on my location. Okay, you would see me just barely. You would hear me. Do I care if that divergent sees me? I think the answer is no. But I'm also still in a dangerous spot is the problem. Here's the thing. She's gonna hear footsteps, immediately turn, for sure see me, turn alert, and then try to kill me, which she'll have the ability to do. Which means I should absolutely try to duck past some of this vision. Which means I want to crouch outside of earshot, which is probably only one tick actually. Yeah, it's 12 meters of noise radius, so, or 10 meters is running footstep noise. So now you won't turn. So now if I run, you'll see me for only a fraction of a second, and that won't register for you. Unfortunately, I can't get to real cover when doing so. And so I'm going to be relying on, and that's not going to hit me, I'm relying on them not turning around. These initial rolls, though, aren't that good. Well, that one's pretty good. Okay, what if I do it like this, then? If I run to here, I can pre-compute it myself and guarantee I go first. Again, this guy should not see me for long enough for me to care. Yep. Accurate. I hit a camera, and the camera might send guards my way. But by pre-computing, like we can see my rolls aren't amazing. If I pre-compute, I'm getting 19 to 29. The odds of getting outrolled are very, very low. In fact, if I want to be really safe, you're still debuffed, right? Okay. Well, here, if I throw this down, you're on normal patrol, but that'll get interrupted by the AI, and you guys are on hunt. So there is a chance to get spotted, but I rolled high enough, barely. I rolled almost minimum, right? My minimum was 19. Okay, so we're going to post up, right? We still want a couple of kills, right? 2 more to go, still. But our hacker's going to post up, so I'm not too worried yet. I am wasting my accuracy buff, but it's fine, because if I wait one more turn, I get Strike Zone back. Stabilizer finally done. Long Range Dazzler. All good stuff here. We scored. Alright. So I'm going to put you into reasonable quality cover. You can just end your turn there for now. That should be fine. Hacker can run in a straight line. Should be okay. I'm going to go ahead and not spend the AP to turn this pressure sensor off. I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. He can just go ahead and start the hack. His stuff is down for only one more turn, but this is not too bad of a host. So it is another Pit Viper. If we wanted to turn off security devices, these 2 cameras are not important enough. There is, of course, loot there to care about. Really, it's going to be a relatively tame turn, though. Zero Interrupt is next turn. Yeah, it sucks that I'm 1 turn off, but oh well. Anyway, decoy, basic stuff. There aren't traps till you reach these SPUs, so I'm not going to... Well, let's see. Yeah, because I'm going to be IO capped, right? I only get 1 more program load. And if, for example, I need more passive destruction for this node, I don't want to load disarm yet. So I'm going to go this way and leave this unloaded. Yeah, here we get the 111 HP. And as we saw, like, we were getting, you know, rolls of like 107 before. So, like, these kind of things can just live. Connection health is not going to be a big deal. Connection use has to go down, of course. And then here's 2 passive ice. So, as I mentioned, I would have to reload sleeves no matter what. I'm going to go for it in a way where I will load sleeves in the face. And if we get unlucky on the ice types, it is what it is. So we get connection use and AP, which means I can reload the sleeves because this won't stop me. It got a bit worse, but it's still okay. Obviously, things turning back on is a bit rough here, but honestly, it's a pretty dead escalation. Turn 2 things back on that I turned back off. Like, oh man, I lost some AP. Oh no, I was IO capped anyway. It doesn't really matter. Like, yeah, I'm down a little bit, right? But not a big deal. Wait, it's 10 actions per escalation. We're okay. I could... Oh, actually, I can't because of this thing. I was going to say, like, oh, I could connect, but this is blocking me, so I can't. Otherwise, I would be willing to, like, run over here and no-op it and, you know, see what happens. But, yeah, we'll deal with this ice. We'll scan what's here. We'll deal with it in a fairly normal way. One thing I want to think about, actually, is... I'll think about it next turn, but do I want to go for a nuke turn since I have most of my programs unloaded? And I can't quite fit it here, right? I have to, like, unload scan again. But there's a world where, like, I load sleeves, knock these out, unload scan, and then go for a nuke. I don't think I will. But there's, like, a small chance that I would do that. If I scan from here, you know, null up the CPU, hit scan again, ran out of scan charges, and then, like, decided to load nuke instead. There's a world where I do that. I'm unsure, but it's a possibility. I'll learn for now, though. It's a consideration. That's all I'm saying. Alright, you need to go join the team. Unfortunately, going to be a little bit separated, but it just kind of is what it is. Let's start you here, and then kind of judge again from the new location. CK probably goes here to grab the loot box. JTAC, yeah, I'll have to get to the edge of this cover to be inside of JTAC myself. So I'll run there. I think this reload is fine. I don't need the cover bonus, I don't think. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think I need it. And then JTAC will pretty cleanly hit the 2 people. And then we can kind of firing line this. Again, 2 kills, all that's needed. Shouldn't be a big problem. Orders received, not a big deal. Again, my CK has the best initiative, so it's not a big problem. Camera sees corpses. No, it sees people as well. He didn't duck. Rude. Oh well. Tactical Surge is available. Catching 3 is enough. Well, I could try to go... Let's see. That's so funny that that's the movement preview. I wonder what happens, actually. I've seen this preview before. I've never actually hit spacebar. I want to see what happens. I should actually send this as a bug report, by the way. I'm trying to get a camera angle where it's, like, very clear what's happening. It's, like, not obvious in 2D versus 3D. Okay, I think that makes it... I think this makes it pretty obvious. No, wait. I think that makes it pretty obvious. Right, where you can, like, tell she's going up and down like that. Okay, cool. My Cyber Knight wants to fly up the stairs and then phase through them on the way down. I think the screenshot should be obvious enough. Anyway, yeah, it's fine. It's early access. I'm not mad about it. I think bugs are funny. More often than not. Alright, well, let's see what happens. Oh, you know what? No, I think it's a pathfinding bug. I think these count as connected to the floor, and so she's literally pathing up and down that way. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. It's like the actual like movement algorithm is off. Yeah, okay, yeah, sure. Okay. Update. It's actually a map bug. The edges of that stairwell are traversable. Okay, hang on. So, yeah. This stairwell in the middle of the screenshot can be freely scaled in weird ways. All right, cool. That's a fun one. I'm feeling it fixed at some point, but that's... I had seen the movement preview once before and like was like, nah, that's weird. And then I actually did it. I'm like, oh, okay. Oh, that's funny to me. All right, well, we're gonna have you chill. I'm gonna rewind him next turn. I'm just gonna hope that my initiative is such that I'm actually allowed to. But you're just gonna end your turn right there. We are probably escalating. She rolled 24. It's pretty good. All right, so I need to load this and get rid of stuff. I think that's correct pacing. All right, so let's get active and trap stuff. We're going to escalate relatively soon. It is what it is. How dangerous are you? Use a program. Use a program. This gets partially blocked by shield. But I don't really want to deal with this. So I'm going to zero interrupt you. I'm going to spoof. I'm going to load hard shell and overclock because, of course. And then I'm just going to go here and just hit null op twice and hope it goes well. Wow, nice. We got a bunch of tally. Spoof, of course, blocked the escalation. And thankfully, they all actually died. You can see our damage is, yeah, 108 to 116, which, again, clearly means overclock and null op are not coordinating as, you know, well as you would hope. That's fine. Easy CPU spike to get some movement space. Download, load a program. Okay, don't load any programs. Got it. Ooh, nice. Heavy automag. That's a submachine gun. So we have some more ice to deal with. These are still going to be down for next turn as well. So if I have to kill them during next turn, I will. But ideally, I can just run past. Take any action, relocate. Damage Cyberdeck is not a huge deal with a bunch of deck armor and shield. Download access, of course. 4 per action. This one's only 3. I have some new traps to deal with. We're going to escalate relatively soon. It is what it is. Move here. Download, and download. Will be AP efficient and do one that has a 4 attached. Interesting that these are slightly different. So yeah, black holes relocate you. Diamonds also have tally per action. This actually might be a bug. Possible bug. Well, let's hear. Let's be more specific. Cool. Not sure if this is desired or not, but I find it odd that +10 tally once it's been sprung. Alright, maybe a bug, might not be a bug. Doesn't really matter. I'll wait till the thing shows up in the top corner. Great, feedback submitted. Disarmed. Alright, should be fine to grab this stuff and then leave. And then go here. Again, I'm going to remind myself so that I have spoof back and I have zero interrupt back. Assuming he doesn't outroll my CK initiative. He did not. That's good news. Alright, you're running away. Good for you. Where you headed? Yeah, uselessly. Understood. Okay, you've been told that stuff's going down, which makes sense. You can keep waiting for everyone else to waste their turns too. Alright, you're going to be... Cool, you're still shootable. That's good news. You're going to stay useless? Yes, you are. Where you headed? You're invulnerable anyway, so I'm kind of glad that you're going farther away. We'll kill the Divergent and the Suppressant. That'll be enough. Cool. And so it's combat time. So we'll J-attack the two of us. This is a reasonable firing line. Let's go ahead and strike zone. Yeah, there seems okay. Let's go ahead and Iron Grip. It's not going to be that useful, but it's for the 10% ballistic damage. We'll aim the Suppressant as the primary target here. He's actually got shreddable armor, so I want to throw 3, like you see, 3 bullets versus 2 bullets, right? You can see that this guy's got decent armor here. 64 crit chance, pretty good. Yeah, let's go. 300 damage crit, not bad. We get a little bit of action points back. Down you go. Good damage there. And because Savagery just popped, this will be decent damage here. Coin flip to kill. Unlucky. Let's keep where you are, though. No reason to move any differently. I don't think running towards the exit is useful here. We're waiting for the rest of the team anyway. It isn't like we're, you know, holding anyone back by any means. Let's go ahead and use the pistol. It's more efficient. Down you go. Bye. That Savagery popped. That is the secondary objective done. I have no reason to chase down any kills. We'll let them run to us. So you guys can go ahead and do whatever you want to do. We're chilling. Escalation is going to happen. Is it reinforcements? Looks like no. Escalation is timers? Body timers. Okay. Well, good for you. Alright, well, she's finally done with that. Let me, before I forget, rewind my guy. Running down to here seems reasonable, although I guess yielding and seeing what the guards do first is slightly better. Okay, so I gotta still block all these out. I'm gonna load this while I'm here, just in case I'm gonna need to. Okay, I deck shielded it, it's fine. These should still be down, they are. One active, 2 passive should be okay. I don't mind that. Oh, I'm gonna load Spoof before I forget, so I get fewer escalations. This is damage to connection, AP. Connection health is still fine here, so I'm going to tank the connection health. This will have to be killed, but I'll drop this first. Not going to bother scanning. I'm just going to zero interrupt this. I don't even care what's there. Download you. I'm just going to null up this. I don't care what's here. Great, it's all gone. Take my downloads. And yeah, I have no idea what any of the ice was. But yeah, we did get some tally, but that's what Spoof was for, basically. We dealt 130 to 123 damage. Cool beans. Right. Not end. It's disconnect. Again, these security devices don't matter. We got our 4 sets of downloads, which we're pretty happy about. Not going to make the most progress, but should be able to get out next turn. I'm hoping. You might not quite make it, actually. I should have considered that. That I was... Well, no, it's fine. She still gets to go this turn. So we're all going to be near the exit. It should be no problem at all. You're patrolling. Good for you. Yeah, these guys seem pretty useless, but I'll wait just to make sure. You're definitely useless, but the E-Medic might not be. Now you're useless. Yeah, you're hunting. I don't care. All right. Well, we get to get out. We will evac fully next turn, but we're going to be safe. Sec level 7, whatever. We needed the kills. It's hard to get rid of all the cameras efficiently. And the nice thing was that this is for Origami Joe, one of our gun runners, so him getting influence is really valuable. I'm going to leave you here. It won't matter. My hacker gets out kind of no matter what, but I still want to have the coordinated charge just in case something is really funky. More reinforcements. They shouldn't matter, though. Yes, more divergence than a sniper. So they recently made an update. I think I've mentioned this before. They made an update where they let reinforcements be more dynamic and be based on what security level you're at under the hood. I don't believe they have fully implemented the, like, data tables, but they've said they've actually under the hood added both unit selection of reinforcement by security level, which allows them to print even more aggressive enemies and lock them behind like security level 10 or 12 or whatever, which is cool. As well as starting guards by, I think, power level, so that you can actually start with like E-Medics and Divergence and stuff as like a more common enemy type, such that the opening of the mission is actually more difficult, instead of like always dealing with, you know, basic chump guards the whole time. I'm looking forward to both of those because, as you can kind of tell from the gameplay here, I'm putting challenge runs on max difficulty. Like, I literally can't scale guards more than they currently are, right? They're already PL10. I've functionally maxed out the health slider. I can't actually make myself generate more tally per turn. I'm telling myself I can't, you know, I have no resists and can't use items, so I, like, can't take damage or my mercs just die outright, basically. And, like, you know, the game's easy for me. So 240k is not bad. We don't have quite enough for everything, but look at all this. Look at all the quality here, though. This is great. This is quite a lot of files. This is a lot of accounts that we can sell for. Yeah, we got a few Eviscerators. We got Hyper Club. We got this. Yeah, we got a level 5 AR. I'll check to see if it's any good. I truly don't know. NavFab is open, so we can actually go here and say, hey, you know, compared to say like, I mean, we know the Eagle Sight is like just absolutely shattered. It's arguably the best AR in the game. So let's compare to the Dragon Roar instead. So we know the Dragon Roar is pretty good. Oh, by the way, if you want to like, I know we've looked at Longshot before, but we can look at it again, right? So if I take the Longshot instead of the Dragon Roar, basically I get 5 meters of range instead of max range, but I lose like very meaningful damage. 36 pure damage is a very big deal. 8 accuracy, quite a big deal here as well. Right, single target obviously works here as well. It's like, yeah, okay, I'm basically choosing range for damage. It's like, yeah, very reasonable, totally acceptable. That's totally fine. So the long shot is like a normal gun's amount of damage. Let's compare the long shot to the Guardian class, and it's like, oh, okay. Well, if I take the long shot, I get, you know, this range and stuff. I mean, I can start with the Guardian class, look at the long shot, so that we can say like Guardian class is like the baseline. Okay, 180 per bullet. That's actually fine. 6 accuracy. That's okay. That's like baseline for an AR. But oh yeah, if I take the long shot, I like lose a little bit of range, but I gain, you know, quite a bit of, I lose a little bit of accuracy, gain quite a bit of range. I would take that trade, right? Which means like the, you know, the Guardian class is not as good as the other guns. I mean, that's fine. It's you know, the baseline level 5 common. But I also want to say like this is probably closer to like the correct power level of assault rifles. Because if I compare directly to the Dragon Roar, and it's like, oh, the Dragon Roar has more accuracy. Okay, well, better gun. All right, I lose 13 ballistic damage and gain 36 pure damage. Oh, that is a massive improvement. That is so incredibly better. The arc being 55 degrees, not bad either, of course. Recoil, do I care? No. Noise, do I care? Also no. It's like, oh, okay, yeah, there is a massive power increase here. Like, keep in mind, a decent rule of thumb for pure damage is like, it's twice as good. So I lose 13 ballistic, but functionally gain 70 something ballistic. So like 180 plus 50 is what, like 30% more damage? Yeah, the Dragon Roar is 30% more damage than the Guardian class. Yeah, that's really good. Which means like if this is actually like an on-rate power level 5 gun, this is a power level 7 gun, and if we consider the Eagle Sight is still better than that, with another 10 pure damage, like not that much, right? But like it's still something better. Like, oh, this is like a power level 8 gun. Yeah, it's really strong. It's a really good gun. So yeah, very, very powerful. Here's my SR Obliterator shotgun with 11 meters of range. Here's my all the Thunderbolt XPEs I just grabbed. Oh yeah, here's the Stalwart Assault, which is probably also like roughly on rate, right? Stalwart Assault to Guardian class, like yeah, cool. I go from this level 4 AR to level 5 AR. I gain 1 bullet. I gain a very large, 37 damage per bullet. That's really good. Yeah, Stalwart Assault is maybe, you know, not very good, to be fair. But is what it is. Yeah, Doomhammer is here, Bakmak is here, Eviscerator here. Like, we have basically all the endgame stuff now, right? Endgame Sniper Rifle, endgame Blunt Weapon, endgame Blade, endgame AR, endgame Revolver. Not quite endgame Pistol. There's better stuff here that I haven't built yet, but I haven't dropped, I should say. Yeah, anyway, we're missing endgame Shotgun. We're missing... this is not quite the endgame submachine gun either. Decent, don't get me wrong, but there's still better out there. Anyway, I'm at 1.71 million. And as mentioned before, the best Cyberdeck in the game is 1.88. So I have to make up the other 150k, which I could do some of, right? So I can, you know, sell the items as usual. So there's a little bit of it, obviously not a ton. That's okay though. We can go make our file sets. Let's try to find the highest quality stuff we can. Cool, it's level 5 now, a little bit more money. Actually, wait, does it round up? It does. Okay, so it's level 5 no matter what I do. Wait, no. No, it rounds down. Okay, so I've got to go here, level 5. Great. What's funny is I'm not seeing the price. No, the price does change. Okay, 52. Great. There's money. Patient dossiers. Show me some epics. A legendary. All right, let's see if we get lucky. All right, so let's start printing influence to people, right? Cool. So Potato is already lined up. Kyle needs to get lined up, so we'll sell some of these to Kyle. He doesn't pay very much for stuff, but it's fine. Here you go. He's back at 80 influence for more stuff there. We get random garbage briefs we can sell, which aren't worth very much, but that's fine. Keep in mind, these are cut in half because of my difficulty settings. So they'd be a little bit better than that. Still, of course, in need of more money. We're not quite there. Is anyone else I'm willing to limit break? I'm waiting for Owen. That's fine. Let's get this guy to level up. Have him get some more cyberdecks. That'd be kind of cool. You don't do anything useful. You're already at 80. You do nothing useful. You already buy level 6 item blueprints, so there's no reason to bump you anymore. I literally don't buy medical items. We are already queued up, so really it's just gold stacks for money. What I could do, I could sell to gold stacks. The reason it would be useful is he does buy for more, so, you know, upgrading this is not unreasonable. He also is on a power play, which I don't think he can do anything with that. Actually, this would let him get Ricksham drifts, but Ricksham drips, but we already have that on Owen. But we could upgrade Eager Buyer to make him give us more money. It's not the worst, but I'd probably rather sell these for my Wire Ghosts. We can just sell these, though. I do want favors with my Wire Ghosts, but unfortunately I can't. Because everything is worth half as much, I just don't really get there. Okay, let's filter down for item blueprints and sell all the garbage. Well, I guess it's going to give 10 influence anyway, so I might as well. Here you go, buddy. Have some influence. And these just get sold for money. Cool. As for weapons, I'm at 1.86, so we're almost there. We can start selling some of the worst ones. Let's get Joe to 80. That seems reasonable. Actually, it's better for Diego. Well, so Joe could basically get, right, Street Guns 3 and Street Weapon Mods 3, but Diego wants to go to Street Guns 4, so it's actually more important for him, right? Like, that's actually a bigger deal. So, like, Joe doesn't have any good limit breaks left for me. Not really, but Diego does, so I should prioritize him. I'm going to keep one of everything, just because I kind of want to. Which means... I mean, I only need probably 2 Eviscerator recipes, right? I don't... Or, like, maybe even only 3. You already owe me 2 favors, so I don't care about favors here. Let's just get money. And the reason I'm going to sell more of these because I want to buy programs. So, okay. We've made enough money now. That's good, right? That's why looting is good, right? Every single level 6 weapon blueprint we got, right? The Eviscerators are 87. We got this Guardian Classic. It's only 40. It's not as good. The Obliterator is 30. The Bok is over 100k. Right? It's like, oh, yeah, you can... You know, these are 33. Like, these are pretty good. And considering I got, like, what? 5 weapon blueprints last mission? The mission itself paid, what? Like, 200k? Yeah, the mission paid 240k. I easily got more than 240k in like, blueprint value, right? It's not close. I definitely got more. So, you know, pretty clearly was correct here. So I'll go ahead and buy the highest level Cyberdeck in the game. Again, not really needed, right? For 800,000, I get 10 IO, or 60 IO and 10 AP. Like, this is not great, right? Again, consider that what I had right now, and what I could have bought was this, which is, to be fair, 100 memory and 20 IO and 10 AP, and that for 500k, 600k, meh. Going here is a very large price increase, but at least I get enough active memory that I can hold all the large programs. But what I'm also missing, though, is... Actually, because I have the cyberware in my head, I have enough IO per turn to mostly be okay here. But yeah, at the end of the day, what I'm going for is this. Another 160 IO per turn to fit more programs. Triple the memory so I can easily fit the programs. And then also level 9 is the max program rating. I don't actually think there are level 9 programs yet. There are level 8 programs. Like Nuke 2 is a level 8 program, for example. But anyway, let's buy this. We'll buy it from our boy Potato. Great. Which also means that I can now afford the best programs. So I can finally afford... I don't really care about getting better decoys, is the thing. I mean, I could. It wouldn't be the end of the world, but they actually get unloaded in order. So, like, Decoy 3 gets unloaded before Decoy 2, before Decoy 1. And Decoy 1 is cheaper, right? Like, the reason Decoy is nice is because it costs very little IO to load and unload this program. So if Decoy 3 gets unloaded first, I have to go through 120. Now, 120 is not a ton, right? It's again, not much more than Decoy 1. And while it's there, I get, you know, 20 shield and 6 Cyberdeck armor. Like, it's pretty solid. Like, this is, you know, I'll probably do it, ultimately. But if it wasn't hot, giving me 80 IO per turn, it would be less exciting. So this is 2 armor, 10 shield, 40 IO. This is 15 shield, 4 armor, still 40 IO. But this one is actually a nice 80. And so it's 80 IO at 120 load, which is, net 40. And this is, 40 at 80, which is, again, also net. So, yeah, Decoy 3 pretty good, just very expensive and not, immediately urgent. Anyway, I'm going to go grab the rest of my programs. I want Scan 3. It's pretty expensive. I already have Deception 2, but I'm going to want Sleaze 2. I'm going to want Disarm 2. And again, I'm going to want Scan 3. And this is going to cost me, right, 270. I happen to have exactly enough. That's kind of funny that it worked that well. That wasn't what I expected, but we get there. Unfortunately, I don't believe... Actually, I guess we'll see if he levels up and gets level 4 programs. I might have wasted all my money here. I'm pretty sure Disarm 3 and whatnot all exist. And in fact, I might have griefed by doing it this way. But here's the thing, right? Next level, I'm getting PL6. This guy's about to offer me a CPU spike mission. I want to make sure I run that and get PL6 before this mission is offered. That's the primary thing, but I really should have waited. This is actually a bit of a mistake. Oh well. I'm doing my safety save late, right? That's why safety save missions are done, because sometimes that matters, but yeah, I have no money now. Let's go ahead and update my guy. Or I'll get the mission offer first. Yep, let's spike a CPU. Okay, great. We got a CPU spike job. It is an orange host. That is fortunate. We didn't roll an ultra. That would have been very annoying. 300k though, pretty good. Hacking station. Yeah, so let's get the detox and the legwork done, and then make sure we stop before this mission doesn't offer, so that we can run the mission and get to PL6, so that we can get higher level rewards, more XP, more money, things like that. Okay, our boy has detoxed. Let's go detox somebody else then. Who is stressed? You, but you're in legwork. You're in detox. You're at stress 20. You're not going anything for a while, so we can detox you. Let's finish up this legwork. Favors and influence. Okay, great. Now the timer is actually kind of nice because this detox is exactly 24 hours out, so I don't have to time it out this way. It doesn't really matter. I want to see if we can get... Basically, I want to see if I can get my... if I can get Potato to limit break. Since I've got... I guess only 4 people, but I think he might be first in line. And so it'd be nice if I can have him limit break before I run his mission, so that the influences gives him doesn't go to waste, right? The reason to put him at 90. So... Okay, she hit it instead. No favors, so unfortunately, if I had a favor, it would be great. Yeah, if I had a favor, this could actually force her to do Riksham drips, but I don't have that, so unfortunately, a bit of a waste there. Is what it is. Okay, so let's go deck out our hacker. Actually, let's get this detox done first. Okay, there. Now we can do it. Detox, who's next? Let's have you do it. Alrighty, so... let's go to the hacking station. Actually, you know what? When does a token do? 1 day, 6 hours? Okay, let me do that. Okay, there we go. Hacking station has 2 tokens. We go here and we say... the IO is going to be almost entirely useless. The AP might actually matter more. Deck armor might matter some. I actually might take the plus damage. I didn't use it last time, but legitimately this is actually useful. I'll take plus damage, and then... I'm not sure I actually want these. I'll take the passive... in case I have to reconnect. That way, and I don't have overclock, this at least gives me the IO for it. I think that's correct here. Yeah, I think it's correct here. We'll take the IO. Okay, so here we go. We are functionally at just about endgame hacking. So here's our guy. Let's go ahead and unload these programs, right? I understand. We'll put scan 1 back in. We'll uninstall Deception 2. We'll unload Nuke. We'll unload these decoys. Like, here you go, right? You've got a nice normal Cyberdeck, right? Normal Cyberdeck, okay? Good for you, buddy. All right, well, what we're going to do is change this deck out. The Ultratech Galaxy. 1200. Cool stuff here. And we're going to install Sleaze, Deception, Disarm, Scan... let's go ahead and unload these. Scan, Sleaze, Deception, Disarm. Still got attack, whatever. Let's load Nuke. Let's load Scan 3. Let's load our decoys. Let's start putting things in order. So Scan, sleaze, deception, disarm. Scan 2 is a little bit superfluous, don't get me wrong. Scan 2 or Scan 1. The reason you could have lower level programs is it can prevent you from having to unload stuff. Actually, what I'm going to do, yeah, I'm going to unload Scan 2. I'm going to leave Nuke on, of course. I leave the decoys on. And since I have room for 3 more programs, I'm actually going to load each of these. Deception, Disarm, and Sleaze. And the reason why is you can get into spots where you have like 1 charge deception, 1 left, and you're about to walk onto a node with like 2 active ice on it. And instead of unloading, reloading deception, which like wastes the charge and, you know, wastes the action points, you can just load deception 1 alongside it. And yeah, it's not as efficient on like a per AP, you know, basis, but it's better than unloading, reloading, and wasting, like literally wasting a full charge here. I believe. I haven't done the math, but I'm pretty sure that's true. So hey, we've got ourselves a nice full power hacker. Scan 3, Sleaze 2, and you can see, you know, 140, 100, 100, 100, right? This is 440 IO. This is going to be 520 IO. When I can afford decoy 3, I'll buy it. It'll be fine. I now have enough memory, maybe not enough IO easily, but I'll have enough memory that I can fit Nuke into this as well, which allows me to not always need things like null op for like everything I ever do. So for no reason, I'm going to save again. I don't really know why. This isn't actually that useful. But I'm going to run this, and then it'll be the end of the recording. And yeah, we get to look at endgame hacking. And when this is done, we will have Power Level 6 pop up, and the retirement storyline will show up. So next episode will probably be the beginning of the retirement storyline, which should be pretty fun. Okay, well, I've got my leverage. I've got my guy. Again, we double check that he's got the Ultratech Galaxy. We've got Scan 3 and everything else there. Looks pretty good. Let's get it. You know what to do. Now, the even more endgame stuff would be having blue juice and stuff, but again, we're doing no items on the run. Alrighty, so moderate size host, not a huge deal. I've been here before. There's an SPU here. Let's load spoof. Let's load all the normal programs. And look at that, I can still fit Nuke while loading everything else, which is pretty great. Pit Vipers is another red tier AI. I've got to do it all in 5 turns, keep in mind. Okay, so how do I want to go about this, and what am I trying to hold up? Give me 1 second here. Okay. Because I'm basically like, hey, if I load Nuke here, I go to, what, 780 spent on the turn, which means I only have 80 IO left, which means I can only load a level 1 program afterwards, and I have 120 action points to get through, which means if I load Nuke, I tank my entire rest of my turn. I don't want that, right? So the nice thing is these things cost no AP to use, right? Everything's a 2 AP use. Scan is a 1 AP use. They used to cost, like, I think it was like, what, 3 to 4 per use, so that gets a little cheaper. Anyway, Tally's a big deal. Connection health kind of matters as well. I'll take connection health once. I'm going to go ahead and bypass this for now. If I have more time, I'll come back and clean these out for downloads, but for now, it's not us. Damage to connection use obviously goes in that order. I need to drop this so I can load deception. I should be okay on the passive ice front. It shouldn't be a big problem. Yeah, connection use is not a big deal. I will tank the AP, because usually, once you have endgame programs, AP is not the limiter, IO is. I lose decoy, that's fine. We reload it, and you can see I'm getting really low on IO now. Alright, this is going to be something that has to be cleared. That's fine. Has to be cleared, and that's okay. I guess I'm going to go ahead and load Scapegoat then. We'll start with 0 interrupt. We'll scan. Okay, we are not at the CPU yet. I'm at, again, my program limit, basically. So I'm going to be a little bit smart here. I do not yet know if I have to kill this or not. Connection use required. Program loading, not necessarily. Okay, we know the CPU is. Yeah, I can just walk up here and just hit null op on the CPU, and it should be okay. Null op 1. Looks like all 4 died, since we see that Tally got blocked 4 times. Oh, I forgot to use my leverage here. You notice that, by the way, the 100 IO actually mattered, right? I have the best Cyberdeck in the game. I have capped my possible IO, and IO is not my limiter anymore. It is, and unfortunately, darn, I don't have scan. So one option. All right, so I don't have scan anymore, and I have some action points left. What I could do is just go up here and null op this stuff. In fact, I think I'm going to. I'm gonna go hit this. I'm gonna walk here. Just gonna null op you. I'll take my downloads. I've only got one charge of null op left. I gotta be a little bit careful. But considering the only thing that's left is like these 3 nodes, I can nuke them. So I'm just gonna go here. I'm gonna go here. Null op you guys as well. That's all gone. Escalation was feedback. A lot of tally for all this, but we're getting a lot more damage now, right? 140 or so. Connection health is okay for now. Yeah, next turn we're going to load some more programs. We're going to go for nuke plus decoy, and we're going to go through these to see if there's any downloads on them. Great, and action for turn. CPU has been spiked. We'll take our last download. I don't need scan, I just want to have decoys and nuke here. I probably shouldn't have loaded them on the 5 tally per action space. That was probably incorrect. That's still down, though. So nuke is only going to do like 90 or so damage. I would rather not. So what's going to happen here, right? These are if you use and load programs. This is on any action. I have enough deck shield. I'm just going to go like this. Oh, I forgot if you use a program, get bent. Okay, well, too bad. I'm just going to walk. Whatever. Doesn't matter. A little bit of damage is not a big deal, though. Alright, what's here? Actually worth it. Great. Nuke 1, nuke 2. We move. I have 4 connection health. That's enough, though. Take my 1 download. I probably took some stress, though, right? Because it's not nuke 2, the damage isn't high enough to one-shot all the ice. And because I wasn't using nuke up here, because I had no IO, and I was using null op instead, I didn't have the really good stuff for cleaning these out. But with the leverage and with overclock, null op would have one-shot, and I wouldn't have taken as many like negative reactions there. But is what it is. Disconnect is a go, and we completed hacking on turn 2. Of course, a relatively small host, but getting to run through that many programs and that much of the matrix map was pretty good. Right? I'm out of IO. Okay, well, screw it. I'll just use null op on everything. So not a ton of stuff here. We get some money. We get a little bit of XP. The more important thing was decent accounts. Again, decent money here. Pretty fast overall. Cool stuff. All right. Well, I am power level 6, which means it should be that next time you see me, we'll be either running these 2 missions here, or it'll be the retirement storyline, which is a very long 10-parter, so we got a lot of content to go through. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye-bye.